This is a demo of AdBrother. It's a geolocation-based advertising service where we only send ads to users that are active. In the map, all the users are purple, which denotes inactive, and Philippe will turn on the Android emulator by just flicking the lock screen to unlocking it. And you can see one of the icons turn green, and the active users panel went from 0 to 1. Great. Now we can create an ad. For sushi, 10% off. And you can see the pending offers field is populated to 1. Now let's go accept that offer. It's sent as a notification using Google Cloud Messaging framework. Great. So the offer was accepted, and we can see it was moved to the accepted offer bucket. Let's create one more ad. This time we're going to offer 15%. We want to get more users through the door. So you can see the ad placeholders are showing up in the bottom right purple tiles. And what happened there was the user was actually inactive because another metric we're using is 45 seconds automatic turnoff. So the state will automatically be deemed inactive after 45 seconds with no tap. So that was actually successful, what it just did. One last thing we'd like to show is we can also filter users by range. So if we type in 250 meters, that uses Elasticsearch geolocation filtering. And so now only 2 users are within range, and those are the only users shown. And we can turn it off and it becomes inactive. Let's turn it back on and just send one more ad. Great. There's one ad pending, and we're going to reject this one. And we can see it went to the rejected offers.
To determine whether a user is paying attention to their phone, we use 2 methods. 1, using the screen lock, and 2, looking at the time since the user last touched their phone. To demonstrate this, I have an emulator here and the business's GUI in the background. I'm going to emulate a user turning on the screen of their phone, and this should be reflected in the business's GUI. So I'm turning on the phone screen now. The screen is on, denoting that the user is paying attention to their phone, and the businesses can see this using this green icon showing that the user is active. The second method is checking how long since the user last touched their phone. Right now this is set to 10 seconds, which means that after 10 seconds, if the user hasn't touched their phone in 10 seconds, we deem them to be not paying attention to their phone. So I'm going to stop touching the phone right now, and after 10 seconds, then they should be marked as inactive. So the icon just changed for the businesses, which shows them that this user is no longer paying attention to their phone. Finally, if the user then starts touching their phone, this signifies that the user is paying attention to their phone, and this should be reflected in the business's GUI here. So I'm going to start touching the phone screen. And this changes the icon from purple to green, meaning that the user is active and paying attention to their phone. Lastly, I'm just going to turn off the phone screen one last time, and this will show the business that the user is no longer paying attention to their phone. The Android SDK tracks the user's location and sends updates to Elasticsearch. The node server can then query the Elasticsearch index every second to show updates in the user's location to businesses. To show this, I'm going to simulate movement on this phone emulator here, which should then be reflected in the Google Maps interface shown to the businesses. To do that, I'm going to pull up this route and start playing it. And we can see that the user icon is moving. I'm going to speed it up slightly. And we see that the user is moving down 110th Street and will then move up Broadway.